See. He has no reason to want to date you, but also has no reason to be shady with all the knowledge we have. Daddy, chill. Robert is an alcoholic and like super fucked, so the situation you're both in the wrong. But it's not about you per se. Okay, but here's the thing, people. It doesn't mean he has to treat me like a piece of It doesn't. He's treating me like a piece of He's leaving me on red. He's being really rude and short with me. He's doing all these things that he doesn't actually have to do. And that's where I don't like it. And if Robert was more forward about like, you know what, like, you know, if the situation was different and he felt like he was taken advantage of, I would hope he would say something. Yes, Robert needs to articulate that instead of being passive aggressive. Thank you. Because right now he's just hurting my feelings in what I thought was a very innocent consensual you know, interaction. Okay, let's get to some Dream Daddy then. Change this. We're not chatting anymore. Oh, now it's on Dream Daddy, the dad dating simulator. Okay. I'm not giving Robert a pass on this. In the way that I see things right now and how this game is playing out, Robert is being an absolute. He propositioned me! I didn't like walk him home and then... I didn't. Anyway, we're done with Robert. No, how did I take advantage of him when we were both wasted and he propositioned me? He propositioned me. Okay, so I haven't gone out with dates with Brian, Joseph, or Damien. Which one should we go on a date with? Oh, and then I've been on one date with Craig and I actually enjoyed it. So which one should we go on a date with? I'm not saying it's okay. Okay, so long as you're saying it, you're not saying it's okay.
No, man.
Okay, Craig, Brian, Damien, or Joseph? Someone say a name. Because Matt, I think, is my OTP, and we're going to save his last date for the very end of the stream. Okay, well, he should also learn not to be pieces of people. This is about as good as Baldi's Breath of the Wild rant. I don't even remember what that rant was. Was that it wasn't a 10 out of 10 game because it wasn't? Because it actually wasn't. It was not a 10 out of 10 game. It wasn't a 10 out of 10. It was not a 10 out of 10 game. Damien? Okay, we'll go with Damien. Message. The only acceptable time and place for decaf coffee is never and in the trash. Damien seemed really interesting. Oh, I need to open my notes so I remember his voice. File open. Daddy voices. Okay, Damien is a snooty aristocrat. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get him to know him a little bit better. I investigate Damien's dad book page and type a message. Hey, dude. You seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing and typing. Man, this guy's is this guy writing a novel? I leave my computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Brian. Oh god, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter. Oh, hold on, I need to do his voice. Okay, but it's still wrong. It's still wrong. Cart before the horse. He didn't actually give me any chance to meet him, and yeah, I can't forgive it. Okay, he's out of line. Okay, we can agree with that. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying it's unnecessary to treat me that way. Especially when he is the one that initiated it. Okay, that's it. I'm getting Dream Daddy on my phone.
He's a city aristocrat. Brian, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter for. As you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in a gentlemanly manner as I would have liked.
I think 100% Robert might be that vampire daddy. I want, but he's a twat.
I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu, yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch.
I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda, can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. Ew! No, can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing, Dad. See, Dad, kids got over saying LOL and LMAO or whatever and decided that what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Here's your pen and quill. What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Fuck Amanda. Hi, Caleb.
Or our dowry. Or...
So you read Pride and Prejudice for the school one time and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like, the first 5 pages and then I read a review of the movie. Still got a B, though. Great. So what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over and types on the keyboard. Just sitting here with no context. Did you unpack your pen and quill? Sure thing, dude. Regards. Yes. Brian. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. I'm just kidding. I love our lesbian daughter. Okay, let's hang out with Damien. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull a large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back and hollow sound echoes through the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where is Damien? He's gonna kill you? Oh no! I don't want to die. I'm too young of a daddy to die.
Brian, pleasure to have you in my home.
Look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut?
Huh.
Oh, sorry. There was a draft. The door creaking open when I knocked. I accidentally left the door unlocked. Why do I hear COD zombie round starting? Oh my god. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. I'm gonna die, and I'm not gonna be with my OTP map. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling.
Me right now, you stupid bitch. We walk past the door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and black parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era?
That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward. There's more to see.
We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. It's his coffin room.
And this is the library.
Sunlight streams in from the floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Damien was my least favorite. Let's pick up the book.
You know, Brian, in the Victorian era there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school.
I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
What?
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back in the shelf. Does he have hentai or yaoi? Oh my god.
That's a rare book from my private collection.
Look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs.
Oh.
I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime.
You already showed me. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. It's only yaoi if there are pictures.
The Pinner's Gambit.
Is that a thing?
No.
I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It's a showcase. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups, and his daughter's on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn!
Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out full-length windows? Slugs! Fire! Let my kiss!
Oh my god, Slugs. I am obsessed with the fact that you somehow have doubled on Timkins. That you have absorbed the essence of Timkin and yet also have a Timkin. Very obsessed with this fact. I missed my top? What top? What top, Bolin? Wait, really? But thank you again, Slugs, for that tier 1 sub, Slugs. As usual, you get access to all the tier 1 emotes and Peach motes, including Princess Peach, Peach Smile. Everyone that subs, all that money goes straight back to the stream, into software, hardware, games. All that money goes straight back into this thing to create the madness that is this stream. And the arguments that is, should you disrespect someone because you've on the first night? The answer's no. Whoa. I don't know what happened there, but it's back.
No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Please, will you join me for some tea?
Follow Damien to his sitting room. The finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. Can't believe we're really having high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to wealth or class of people enjoying it. when in fact high refers to both the later time of the day at which the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they were served. I thought Robert was different, because it's not all about that, but because that happened, Robert is disrespecting me. Oh.
Oh.
My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me, ow, and serves me a tiny sandwich. He's gotta love his home. Let's compliment his home. Seems like, oh my god, we got eggplants. We got eggplants. That was the right thing to say. Damien is a member of the bourgeois. It seems like you really put a lot of work into this place.
Huh.
Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look at what you've done. Kinda jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff?
Oh.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city?
Huh.
Sorry? Haha, did you guys see a marching band? Oh god, he's making My Chemical Romance jokes! I'm afraid I don't understand. Are you serious? Of course. But it's, you know, the song, Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I'm contemplating whether or not to listen to it now. Oh my god, date the hot barista, Damien? Oh god. Oh yeah, I've already gone on 2 dates with Matt, and I think he's my dream daddy, but we're just like dating around right now before I commit. I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and while I try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals... Oh wait, hold on. And to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrible. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Brian, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing and, quite honestly, rather attractive. Yes, like Damien just nail head, we actually had this conversation on the last stream where it's like I don't have to be particularly interested in what you're passionate about, but I'm interested in hearing about your passion. You know what I mean? And when you don't even like try and talk to me, then it's like, you know what, like goodbye. Like we don't actually need to talk then, because, you know, I'm not into the small talk. Like I want to have cool conversations about the things you're passionate about because they're things you're passionate about. You know what I mean? Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. I've never watched a soap making video on the internet. I do like my word jumbles. I learned how to juggle once. I think he'll appreciate the written word. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, you know, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. In a sense. Finish our tea and finger sandwiches.
Oh!
Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows.
A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. Look how beautiful his backyard is. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this means? My loins are ablaze, thou art the tightest, or 3 cheers for sweet revenge. I think my loins are ablaze. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangements are so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Sunflowers? They remind me of sunshine, and then you can eat the seeds as a delicious snack. No, not sunflowers! What a practical choice. My stomach grumbles. Oh man, now I want sunflower seeds. It's too late, Slugs, I did it! I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. I'm a pretty basic dad. He would put together a bouquet for me? No one's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Brian! Enough! Suddenly a phone rings. Oh, Brian, will you excuse me? I must take this. Pulls his cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. I don't know flowers. I have to play Dream Daddy like who I am, which is very unwise about flowers. This makes me... I bloom for you. Oh my god. Okay, Troye Sivan. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into the garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Daddy. Oh, hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle!
Fix that guard.
Oh my god, I gotta fix the garg? How do I fix it? What's going on? How do I fix it? The game broke. How? No! I'm gonna look rude and uncouth. Not working. The game bugged out. Oh, you know what? Last time I turned off the controller, and then it worked again. Oh, it's not working this time. Oh no. Oh no, he's not gonna make me a bouquet now. It's gonna be full of orange flowers.
Out of time.
A busted serves you right for what? Crap, 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 I can't figure this out. Oh no, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Hope it's not about the garlic. My sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so...
What?
Brian, did you break my gargoyle? Oh no. Oh no. All I did was lean on it.
What?
I just had it installed last week. No matter. I suppose it will give me a chance to work on my masonry skills. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm afraid I must take my leave. It's No problem, dude. Everything all right?
Cut off her head and put it in a bag!
Oh no. Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teachers need me to come to the school. Post haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go.
Oh.
Oh. Oh god, it's Hugo. I like Hugo, but he doesn't get my humor. Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by anxious-looking Hugo. Oh god, what's Hugo's voice? He's Robin Williams, like, "Hey, Damien! You're here in record time!"
Oh no.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the "my kids are in trouble" rodeo. What is it this time?
Oh.
This, Damien, you have to see it to believe! Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers up into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step! I can hear the faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got to as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We find another teacher in the boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? God, what is Lucian's voice? What is Lucian? Someone give me a celebrity for Lucian's voice, because actually in next to Lucian I have nothing written. What is our celebrity inspiration for Lucian's voice? And I'll do a terrible impersonation of it. Someone name a celebrity. Lucian's family. Elmo. I'm not doing Elmo! Ernest, punch me! Last time you did Ernest, it was bored teenager. He was supremely bored and disaffected. Ernest? No. Yeah, last time I did Ernest, it was bored teenager, but then it sounds too much like it's not too much like Amanda. Like, I have to separate it from Amanda. What was it? Like Chris Evans? Ugh, Chris Evans. Oh, Chris Evans. Swoon. Ernest punched me. Is it kind of a little angry? Like, Ernest punched me. And then Ernest, Lucian tried to kill me. The room fell silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, wait a second, Lucian. Did you try to... Cask of Amontillado. Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turned to Damien and whispered to him. What's a cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to the cellar with a promise of wine of fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually gonna leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest would just go sit still while you slowly build a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot. But then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. It sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad?
Huh?
It took you 20 minutes? Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado. And it took you 20 minutes to realize, Lucian, was leading you into an elaborate ruse? Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie.
Huh?
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. It's better than Pit and penduluming him. You should get extra credit for the literary reference. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this one under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again, and you two both are suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high-five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home, Mr. Bloodmarch. You too. Thank you for your mediation. I'll head up the stairs out of the school in a tense silence. Okay, so the kids are trying to kill themselves. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts up his hood and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. Lucian technically taught Ernest Cask of Amontillado for him. But I care about you, and I can see you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job, I know how much you want your car. Can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Aww. Lucian continues staring out the window. I love you too. Aww. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I did not expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. All things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so that's a silver lining. There's that, yes. Let's compliment his dadding. I really admire how he handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do us, either of us, any favors. Sleeping with a vampire now? Not yet. We're first dating. Really does. You're a good dad. Ooh, we got eggplants. See you around soon. Hi, Brooke. It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. Hi, Brooke. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo! What you watching?
Yeah.
Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Oh crap, I have to do her voice. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. What was the result of the triple date? That Robert sucks and is awful and awful to me, but then Bolin says that Robert isn't awful, that in context, that I'm an awful person, even though I'm not actually an awful person, and it was Robert's idea that we, and now he disrespects me at every moment. But honey, the outside, it is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? Got strange. We had to go to school to pick up Lucian since he tried to. He lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage and then tried to brick him into a wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read this story but me?
Yeah.
Who should live stream the entire thing? This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Alright, that was Damien. I dig his dadding. I dig his passion for his passions. Ooh, we got a lot of dad points.
Simply a majestic evening.
Ooh, majestic.